Oh, I got about 9% of my phone, so this video is going to be short if my phone lasts that long. These are the valve covers that are going on it. I just bought them. They're inexpensive. Aluminum. They got a good lip on them. Company I bought from before. Just all they had was the ones with flames. So, flames it is. Yesterday, my son and I put a oil cooler slash oil filter housing assembly on this for the daughter's boyfriend. He's in Kuwait. He'll be home the 22nd from a 6-month deployment. Electrician, Air Force. He's a good kid. So I'd fix that and replace the driving light that got broke because he ran over a raccoon. Well, we just got through doing this. I still got to clean it up because it did squirt some oil, even though as tall as the valve covers are, it still splashed them out in the rocker slinging it. But that was the whole problem. Way too much valve lash. I set them at a half a turn. I fired it up. They chattered for a little bit. And then I went back after it warmed up to temperature. I backed them off one at a time till they clattered. Went back, give them a quarter turn, and it quieted right down. No more shaking. It sounds strong like it should now. No more clatter in the engine when you rev it. That clatter I was telling you about, I was hearing in the intake valley, no more of it. So I'm almost guessing it was probably bottoming out the plunger in the lifter body. Thank God it didn't break nothing. Now, if I start it right now, which I'm trying to let it cool off so I can pull the plug wires off and not burn the piss out of my hands on the header, so I can change the valve covers out, button it up, air cleaner back on it and everything. But if you start right now, you'll hear a little bit of chatter because you have link bar chatter, which you cannot get away with a roller lifter with link bars. And then two, you're going to hear a little bit of rocker noise with them moving because there's no top to the valve cover. If you put your hand over the valve cover or even cover it up with a paper towel, it's stone quiet. You can't hear nothing. So, and if you walk back to right here, you can't hear nothing. So, it's completely quiet now. Like I said, the engine sets there just as steady and as still as can be. It's not sitting there shaking no more. So, but I just back them off till they clattered. I went till they stopped, and I went a quarter turn, and that's all it needed. So this shit of them telling Morrell telling you need to put all this preload on these lifters, I think is a little bit of a fairy tale because they don't need it. I mean, these right here, they say this stud gives you 42 thousandths out of one turn. Okay, they want 30 to 35 thousandths preload. I put a quarter turn on them. So you take 42 and divide it by 4. What are you looking at? 10 and a half? But that's all they got, is a quarter turn. I go a quarter turn, the engine, it missed for a minute and it settled back down. Completely quiet. I went over them twice. So, just to make sure I got all of them accurately right at a quarter turn. I am so happy right now to know that that's not the issue. It actually, the oil pressure needle is not bouncing now like it was. It's steady. So, I'm thinking it was just way too much preload. But she all fixed. Now I just got to button it back up and get some brake. I'll probably just pressure wash it under the hood, spray it with some super clean or some of that awesome, totally awesome cleaner. I use it, a pump up sprayer, and spray some in here and then hose it down or pressure wash it, get all the oil off. Because it did sling a little bit out of the valve covers when you'd rev it up. Set right here, went to 180 degrees. Don't make fun of my hose support, that's just temporary. I got something else I'm going to make for it, but I had to do something so this hose wasn't laying way down. So, because this engine actually sits a little further back in this chassis than it would in an OBS as far as placement to the body. So I had to use 4.3 hoses because they're a little longer. Upper and lower hoses. But yeah, I am so happy that it wasn't nothing serious, you know. The shaking or something, or the noise inside wasn't something wrong with the cam or something wrong with a piston or a ring or something cracked or whatever. But we're good to go now. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get this all buttoned up before it gets dark. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I don't want this open. just in case hood air water comes in that cowl scoop up there and comes right down on the motor. So till the next one, everybody, when I take it out and drive it, I'll take you with me. So till then, stay safe, God bless, later.